narcissist gets high by making you feel small. They will chip away at your personality and your confidence till you feel depleted, till you feel like you're not even there anymore. They will steal every part of your essence, and this makes them thrive. This makes them feel high. This makes them feel in control. And they will continue to do this until you've lost yourself so fully that you don't even know yourself anymore. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach, and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. The control that the narcissist needs comes from stealing every part of who you are. They will chip away at you over and over again and make you feel so unworthy so that you can't leave them. This is a way of keeping you stuck. They want to belittle everything you say, belittle everything you do as a way of feeling empowered. And I'll describe this. Like I noticed this before when I was doing research on narcissism after my many narcissistic relationships and friendships and bosses. I was on the verge of leaving a job because of a narcissistic boss. And he used to treat the workers like, he used to treat them so badly. He used to shout at them all the time. And I was looking out the office window and I was watching him tear into a worker for probably no reason, because he just thrives on it. Just thrives on making people feel like shit. And when he came back into the office, his face told me everything. His face to me looked like he was just after coming up on drugs. That's how it was. And it just clicked for me. I was like, oh my God, it is like a rush of drugs for them to make other people feel shitty, to make other people feel small. And this isn't just romantic relationships. I've seen this with friends of mine who had narcissistic friends. You know, they'd come up, like the narc would come up and be like, oh, did you see the way they did that? Oh, Jesus, isn't that stupid? Trying to make the person feel low and worthless in ways that they did things. Trying to make them feel inadequate because of their way of doing things. And I'd be like, sure, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, we all have our own ways. But this is what an narc thrives on. This is what they do. When I was in my 8-year narcissistic relationship, I was verbally abused from day one. They will actually, like, they'll love bomb you in between the insults. So they'll be like, oh, no one will love you like I do. And then they'll probably say, oh, you're pretty, but you wear too much makeup. Or, you know, backhanded compliments that slowly pick away at your self-esteem and your self-worth, that slowly pick away at who you really are. And like, you know, I described it before as, you know, in the movie Trolls Band Together, and they try to steal the troll's essence. This is what a narcissist does in order to gain control of you. And the main objective here is so that you will feel so worthless that you will not seek outside of that relationship for anyone else. And like, you know, they'll keep you isolated from your friends as well. So while they're picking on you, while they're making you feel small, you have no one to tell you the truth. And they will just keep at this until they have you in their corner, where they have full control of everything that you are. You know, my ex as well, every time I spoke, he either cut me off or told me my opinion didn't matter. This made me quieten my voice. This made me lose my voice because I just stopped talking. And the less, you know, this hammers at your inner child wound. And it makes you feel less and less and less. Like, you know, my ex-narcissist of almost 8 years turned me into a childlike version of myself and made me so codependent on him because he made me feel so inadequate. And, you know, I lost all sense of ambition. I lost all sense of who I was. I lost the ability to believe in myself. I even lost the ability to use my brain for a while because he was doing everything for me. He belittled me so much and made me feel so shitty about myself that I became dependent on him for everything. You know, and I didn't even drive, like, you know, he did most of the driving. So when I did drive, I was a fearful driver because of comments that he would make. Everything I ever did, because of comments he would make belittling me, would make me not want to do things, would make me feel self-conscious about doing the simplest of things for fear of ridicule, for fear of persecution. And this is what they continue to do, to make you feel isolated and small, and to make you feel worthless, to make you dependent on them so as not to leave. They will make you believe that this is what love is so that you don't seek outside the relationship for anything else. They will sugarcoat everything while insulting you at the same time to try and as a false sense of security. And they won't let you, speak to other people. If other people see red flags in this relationship, you're not going to have the opportunity to find this out because they will not allow you to be around these people. So not only are they continuing to make you feel less and less secure in yourself, less and less confident, they're preventing you from seeking outside of that relationship for any kind of reassurance or any kind of support. So you can't ask somebody for advice because your ex or your narcissistic partner is not going to allow you to have the opportunity to seek outside yourself. They're not going to allow you the opportunities to learn and grow. And that's the thing as well, like my ex encouraged me not to work. So therefore, I couldn't even leave the house to build confidence through a job. He kept me so isolated and so self-conscious. And I lost all confidence in myself because even if I did go for a job interview, my self-esteem was so low that nothing would work out. And if I did say that I had ambition towards something, this, that, or the other, he used to laugh at me. Anytime that I actually did have an idea to do something, he would laugh at me. And this is what they do. They pick on every little thing. They pick on every single thing you do. It got so bad for me that, the simple thing of buttering a slice of bread, I would be like, did I do that okay? Because I would be petrified. You'd be so scared to do anything wrong because everything you did anyway seemed to have been wrong in his eyes and their eyes. So every little thing that you ever fucking do looks wrong, or they're going to tell you you're doing it wrong, or they're going to take the piss out of you for the way you do things. So everything that you ever done, you kind of lose all sense of self and you're like, was I wrong my whole life? And this really has a very major impact on your inner child wound. Now, I had an abandonment and a rejection wound from my childhood anyway, and this just added to it. My trusting nature, my inner child's hope for love became attached to this, and the person he turned me into was in love with him. But that wasn't who I was. It was only after the relationship that I realized that he'd stolen everything from me in my personality and in my confidence, that I disappeared for most of that relationship. And he turned me into a childlike, codependent version of myself. And this is what they do to keep you stuck. And it's very hard to come back from that. I didn't even know this. This is the hardest part. We can go through these relationships and we don't even know what narcissism is. We don't even know that we're being abused because we have known no different. My model of love growing up was abusive, was toxic. So therefore, what I was shown by this narcissist, I believed to be true love. And that is that was so false. Because what it was toxic. He was verbally abusive and he took everything from me. So that's not a healthy relationship dynamic. But when we have an unhealed childhood traumatic wound, when we have an unhealed inner child, being with a narcissist seems normal for us because we expect, I suppose there's such a desperation there to be loved and to be validated that we accept this as true love. We accept this abuse as love. We accept the way they're treating us as love. And that is it's very hard when you're in it to understand that that's what's happening. And you just think because of your trauma that this is normal, that this is the way things should be. And it took for me to go to therapy for a different incident that I actually was told by my therapist that my relationship was toxic. And I was just like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. I thought this was normal. And it took me a long time to overcome even understand that, because I remember even being at the therapist going, oh, it's grand, you know, like, you know, I know no different, like, you know, I've been with him 7.5 years now, like, you know, it's no point, you know, I'm just going to stick with it. And in the space of 2 weeks, like, I went back to her and I was like, I'm done, I'm gone. And she was shocked because she genuinely thought I was going to stay in the relationship because I was so stuck. We all need that kind of, that external opinion to show us what this is, because when we're in the depths of it, and because the narcissist will not allow us to see other people, we're not going to know that this is toxic. We're not going to know that they're abusing us. We're just going to think that this is normal. So you have to be very mindful of that. Like, you understand that being verbally abused, being belittled, being treated this way is not healthy, and it's not healthy love. It's toxic. It's pure toxicity. And if you can't get out of, like, if you're not allowed to see your friends or seek external advice about your relationship, if you're having doubts, or if you're feeling, you know, feeling that this is unhealthy, you really do need to ask yourself, what can you do? Because when we're in it, we don't understand what it is. So, you know, we need to start being aware of healthy relationship dynamics. Are you codependent? Have you lost all sense of self due to the way your partner speaks to you? Have you lost all your confidence, all your ambition, all your self-worth? Have you turned into a childlike version of yourself? These are all signs that you're with an unhealthy narcissistic partner. So start to be aware, because I know myself, when you're in the depths of a narcissistic relationship, you don't know this is what's happening. You don't know that it's toxic, because you have such traumatic inner wounds. You've such a wounded inner child. You think this is normal. This is a healthy relationship. You know, and it's not even that you're consciously saying this is a healthy relationship. You just think, because of the desperation within you for love, you think that the way he is treating you is love, because you've known no different. And, you know, this might not be your first narcissistic relationship. It could have been a repeated pattern. But because that's all you've known, that will make you kind of, you know, not question whether this is healthy or not. But how do you feel? How are you feeling? Do you feel like yourself? Do you feel like your energetic original self? Because I remember, I'm a quirky, weird, eccentric, you know, I was hyper, you know, I had full of the joys of life. And it was only after me and my ex broke up that I started to come back to myself, and I started to speak the way I used to speak. And he turned around and goes, geez, you haven't said anything like that in years. And I was just like, oh my God, that's because I haven't been here in years. And that's when I started to understand narcissism. I was like, oh my God, he changed me into something that I wasn't. You know, and even when I went back to collect my stuff once, when I did eventually move out, he was like, where's the girl I fell in love with? I was like, she fucking doesn't exist, because you created something that wasn't real. Real Angela is back now, and fuck off. Like, you know, when you get your power back, it's the best thing you'll ever do. But ask yourself, are you the same person you were before you got into this relationship? Because a healthy relationship should mean that you stay the same, and you help each other become the best versions of yourself. You help each other be more crazy than you already are, instead of trying to quieten your shine. And that's it. Like, the narcissist is jealous of your shine. They know that they'll never get anything like this within themselves. So they steal it out of you. They steal all your essence. They steal all your life force energy. They steal all your personality, and they steal all your confidence and keep it for themselves. All the while making you feel less and less and less, making you feel smaller and smaller and smaller, so that they can gain more and more control of you and keep you more and more isolated and keep you all to themselves, so that they have a little puppet. And that's what it is. So if you're not the same as you were at the start of this relationship, like, you know, the only reason you should be different, if you're in a relationship, you should be a more exciting, more enthusiastic version of your original self, because a healthy relationship will help you both grow. But if you're feeling depleted, and if you're questioning, is this healthy dynamic? Are you being verbally abused day in and day out? Are you being belittled all the time? Are you being made feel smaller and smaller? And are you being is your confidence slowly but surely disappearing because of the way they speak to you about every single thing that you do and every single thing that you say? Because this is narcissistic behavior. This is abuse. This is toxicity. And you deserve better. You deserve to be in a healthy relationship. You deserve to heal those wounds within you and attract healthy love into your life. You deserve to break free from these toxic relationship patterns. And you deserve to find yourself again, to find your confidence again, because you are so worthy of love and you're amazing, and you don't deserve to be treated this way by anyone. You deserve to be your full, divine, feminine, empowered self. And you don't deserve this unhealthy, toxic abuse. So if you've been in relationships like this, know that it's stemming from your unhealed inner child seeking out to be loved. And once you start with healing her or them, then you can seek to heal yourself fully. And then you can attract healthier relationships into your life. So thank you so much for listening today, and I hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you would like help in your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I would love nothing more than to help you on your path. Thanks.